Chris Galzer here with
David.
Anybody? David, good. And
Matthew.
thank you. Probably should have rehearsed that. This week on this episode of The First Run, we check out Adam Wingard's The Guest, starring Dan Stevens of Downtown Abbey, which I can only assume is a movie about a lady of the night named Abby. He plays a guy home from the war looking to reconnect with society, connect with the family of one of his fallen comrades, and perhaps kick a little ass along the way. Right? We'll also review the big releases on Blu-ray and DVD featuring Dave's streaming pick of the week. I'll run down how I did on the Oscars because I'm the only one that paid attention. And we're going to do some news from Matt, and then it's What Are the Odds? But before we get into all that, let's hear the trailer for The Guest.
Can I help you?
Mrs. Peterson?
Yes?
My name is David. Mrs. Peterson, I knew your son, Caleb. I was with him when he died. That's me.
You know Caleb?
Yes, ma'am. We were pretty close.
Yes, ma'am.
He wanted me to tell you that he loved you.
Thanks.
He asked me to check on y'all. And so, we're gonna be good friends.
What happened?
I got into a fight with some guys at school.
I'll teach him some self-defense when he's feeling up to it. Well, what are you gonna do? Nothing bad. For the damages. Never let anyone pick on you. Here, you keep it. Miss Peterson, are you sure you're comfortable with me staying here?
I think it could be a good thing for us.
You know, I promised Caleb I would do anything I could to help your family. But
I'm afraid I haven't been fully honest with you.
So, gentlemen, this week we checked out The Guest, which you can watch right now on demand via iTunes or Amazon. It's about a mild-mannered, kind of cool, kind of suave guy home from the war, right? And just things start to happen. He gets involved with these certain things and gets into fights, protects the family, and things kind of go a little crazy then about halfway through near the end of the film. I don't want to say too much. I'll start the conversation with, and then you can help finish this sentence for me. 30 minutes in, this movie was right in my wheelhouse. And then, what do you think? Got anything?
It got even better.
All right. So go ahead, Dave. What did you think of the film, The Guest?
So I didn't know what to think about this movie going into it. I was, basically completely unaware. I think I'd seen a trailer about 6 months ago or something. Did this get a theatrical release?
I think limited.
Yeah. So
New York, LA.
I hardly knew anything about it. I did like the actor. I like Downton Abbey, so I was interested. Watching the movie, though, I really got invested into his performance. What's his name? Dan something?
Stevens, the fourth, I believe.
Dan Stevens the fourth plays David. And David is one of the most interesting characters I have seen in a movie in a long time. And I thought Dan Stevens did an awesome job portraying him. Yeah, I was blown away. The way he was able to kind of keep his cool and just... is this guy a complete psychopath, or is he just trying to do the best thing? What's his backstory? I loved it. I loved this movie all the way through.
Interesting. Matthew, what's your opinion of The Guest?
Do I sound okay?
You sound wonderful.
Okay, good.
Not as good as Dave and I, because you have your police
my $10 headset
microphone. But
yeah.
yes.
That's a nice potato you got there.
Yeah. So I was a little, and Scalzo, maybe you can help me.
Okay.
This movie reminded me of something, but I couldn't quite put my finger on it. And I spent the whole movie trying to figure out what it is that this movie friggin' reminded me of. And it had kind of a Jason Bourne vibe coupled with Ryan Gosling should be playing this guy.
Ooh, I think you might be onto something.
That this is like a poor man's Ryan Gosling, and it had kind of a weird, I almost want to say 80s throwback Ty West feel thrown in there just to kind of weird me out a little bit. I enjoyed it, but The only thing, I guess, my only criticism of the movie is I felt like it was trying to do too much. Like he was throwing too much stuff on the wall and seeing what stuck, and a lot of it did, but it kind of took me out of it for quite a bit of it.
All right, there's a lot to unpack for me there. First off, you're wrong about the whole trying to do too much. I don't think there are any grand ambitions or a ton of different things going on in this movie at all. This is a genre film straightforward, from start to finish. That's all it is. It's an exceptionally well done genre film, and it seems to be kind of like the little low-rent cousin to Drive. It has that same kind of feel, the aesthetics of the film, the way it's shot, the way it's lit, the use of color. The music, which I absolutely adored, the score of this film, it has that. I think that's what helped, Matt, with you, that 80s feel, because it does have that 80s B-movie action feel to it, and I think that's just reinforced by the score. I think it does a great job of ratcheting up the tension as the film progresses. You don't know what Dan Stevens is up to in this film, right? Who is he? Is he a bad guy? Is he a good guy? What's his story? I think the only issues I have is with the climax, the conclusion of the film. I think it gets a little too cliched at that point. I don't think, I think I'm loving everything, and in the last 20 minutes or so, it's fine. I think it kind of gets bogged down in cliche, and it's not as interesting or as exciting or as fun as the first 2/3 of the film. But overall, I enjoyed it. And I definitely agree with you guys on Dan Stevens' performance. I thought he's the rock of this film. He's the one that holds this whole thing together.
Yeah, totally falls apart without him.
Yeah, the scenes. One of my favorite scenes is when he's talking to the daughter in the bedroom.
Yeah,
the way he delivers those lines, and it's it's the looks and the subtle contortions and changes in his face. It's just there's a couple of times I was like, oh, that's awesome. While I'm watching the movie.
Like you never know what his intentions really are, and. He just nails it. He really does. Because at any point, if he gives it away, the movie loses its value. But he keeps it going.
Yeah, I would agree. I really enjoyed it. I may wish they could have done something a little different with the ending of the film, but overall, I thought it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the film. Great example of just genre filmmaking. I would have to say, I don't have that much to add. All I would really have to say is if you get a chance to see it, it's on iTunes and Amazon and all that. And I'll bet you this will hit Netflix within 2 months.
Yeah.
So you should definitely check it out. If you like those kind of lean, mean, you know what, too? It's kind of got a lot of little in-jokes, too, of that, like Matt, with that whole 80s action genre. I feel like this is like a polarizing film in a way. Like, outside of us, if you're not into this kind of thing, I think you may think it's stupid or it's dull. But
I watched this with my family, and everybody was excited.
Great.
I actually had to pause it at one point, and it was at a critical moment, and the entire family looks at me like, "Are you kidding me right now?"
Well, that's good. It is darkly humorous, but I really liked it. So if you get a chance to see it, you should check it out. It's a lot of fun. What about you guys? What would be your recommendation for the kids?
Definitely check this out. I mean, I don't see any point. If you want to wait till it comes out on Netflix, that's fine. Save yourself $5 or $6. But definitely check it out because it is really good.
Matt?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good. I mean, I guess I'm in the minority. I guess I was maybe expecting more of a straight up dangerous stranger kind of thing where he's definitely the bad guy from frame one, which is what I was expecting. And I guess they turned that a little bit on its head. So, I guess maybe that was my problem with it. But it was still pretty good.
Yeah, I think so. And if you get a chance to see Wingard's other film that got a lot of notoriety is You're Next, which I believe is on Netflix Instant Viewing, a little twist on the horror genre that's actually pretty entertaining if you haven't seen it. So if you've had a chance to see The Guest, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Shoot us an email at feedback@thefirstrun.com. There's really not much to add because it's a straightforward, lean, mean kind of just action thriller.
And we can't talk about the plot because you just don't want that spoiled for you.
No, you don't. But it's because I'd like to, because I have questions, I don't know, or concerns how the film turns, but not enough to spoil the enjoyment of the movie.
Right.
So shoot us an email. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Dave, Matt, we got a lot to discuss coming up next. We're going to tell you what the Blu-ray DVD picks are for March 3rd. There's not much, so Dave, you'll be happy about that. But we do got to talk about the Oscars as well. First off, I'll tell you, one I was really excited about last week, The Beyond, one of my favorite horror films from the 80s, old classic Italian horror from 1981, unfortunately has been delayed. It was supposed to come out Tuesday. It's now not coming out until March 24th, so you're going to have to wait for that. I guess they had some packaging issues that they have to straighten out. The Hunger Games, Mockingjay Part 1 is being released on the 6th. They're pushing that out to March 6th, that Friday. Includes a Blu-ray, DVD, digital copy, ultraviolet stream. You know, too, I think I can admit I've given up on the ultraviolet thing. Like, I was never going to buy a Blu-ray that ultraviolet because I was so against it. But it's over.
Yeah, but a lot of the ultraviolets that when you get them, I would say about 70 or 80% of them, they'll have like the option in there to get one through like a true digital copy. There's a code in there for a digital copy.
They do, but it's weird because you can't. I want to transfer it to iTunes so they can put it like on my phone or on my, which I can't do. It's weird. You can't even find, because you're right. You're allowed to download a copy, but you always still have to watch it in their app, and you can't even find where the file is stored on your computer. You can't find it.
Well, yeah, and I know that there's the ability to download ultraviolet, but I'm saying that a lot of them actually do have like a true iTunes digital copy version.
I like it when they do that.
Yeah, they have both.
They should all do that. Unfortunately, not all of them do. I will say, for the Hunger Games, if you buy it from Best Buy, you can get a steelbook. Target gives you a bonus disc with a bunch of other stuff in its exclusive packaging, and Walmart has an exclusive package as well. If you love the Mockingjay as much as we didn't, you can watch it. You get an 8-part feature-length documentary about a movie that is basically just a prequel for the main film. So that's got to be exciting. There's some deleted scenes and a bunch of other featurettes, including a tribute to Philip Seymour Hoffman, which still makes me sad when I think about it. A film I saw that we didn't do for the show, though, Foxcatcher, is being released on Blu-ray as well. Includes some deleted scenes and a featurette, the story of. I really enjoyed Foxcatcher. If you get a chance, you should check that out. And then a film called The Captive, starring Ryan Reynolds, he does his own Liam Neeson thing. He's a father trying to track down his kidnapped daughter. So I didn't hear much about this one. I don't know how Ryan Reynolds, I don't know if he's the right guy, right, for those kind of hardcore revenge, a tortured father kind of roles, because his whole thing is his charisma and how you want to have a beer and hang out with him. I don't see him as the Liam Neeson type. No? Any thoughts on that?
No thoughts.
All right, moving
on. Wasn't he the Green Hornet or the
Green Lantern?
Green Lantern.
God, that was a bad movie.
Yeah.
New to Blu-ray, The Grifters is coming back in print. Includes a Blu-ray digital copy. Exterminators of the Year 3000 from Shout Factory. The year 3000, Dave, after nuclear war turned the Earth into a desert. A group of survivors in a cave runs out of water and desperately needs new supplies. The last guy they sent out didn't return. His 10-year-old son Timmy wants to join the next team. They know where they'll find a well. But the problem is, it's way out there, which is controlled by a savage gang of motorcyclists under the bloodthirsty Crazy Bull. The lonesome stranger who Timmy meets on the way, well, he may just help. And that's Exterminators of the Year 3000. That's one of those Italian sci-fi Mad Max ripoffs in the 70s and 80s.
It sounds exactly like a Mad Max ripoff.
There you go. So your straight-to-DVD pick of the week is Blood Car. In the all-too-foreseeable future, which I love, gas prices approach $40 a gallon, causing some Americans to abandon their vehicles and others to seek alternate sources of fuel. When a mild-mannered school teacher invents an experimental engine that thrives on... That's
blood.
Right, blood. He attracts the attention of two women who vie for his affection. Denise, played by Katie Roulette, the proprietress of a butcher stand, and Lorraine, played by, and I love this, my girl's Anna Klumsky, who runs a rival veggie stand in a grim urban landscape. But Archie's need for speed soon surpasses his body's ability to regenerate fluids, so he takes desperate measures to satisfy the blood car's thirst. Veering between wicked social satire, which I'm sure is not that wicked, and outbursts of hardcore gore, Blood Car lives up to its reputation as an audacious and utterly bonkers and downright sick, drenched black comedy. I like that Klumsky's in this, because she's had a bit of a career resurgence doing the Veep, and then In the Loop previous to that. So, but maybe we have to check her out in Blood Car. Dave, what should we be streaming this weekend?
Silver Linings Playbook is out on Netflix, and I loved this movie in 2012. Chris, you were a little lukewarm on it, but now that it's on Netflix, I think it's a good time to check it out if you haven't seen it already. It's got a good cast to it: Bradley Cooper, Jennifer Lawrence, Robert De Niro. It's just a fun movie. It's a little quirky. It's a comedy. It's got some drama to it. After a stint in a mental hospital, Pat moves in with his parents and tries to win back his wife until he meets a woman who's as unstable as he is. And I really enjoyed this movie. So I would definitely check this out if you haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I would agree. It's definitely good. Matt, you a fan of the Silver Linings Playbook?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I mean, it's not something that I would probably watch religiously or try to own or anything, but it's pretty good if you've never seen it.
Fair enough. So you wouldn't watch it every Sunday?
No, it's not like this past weekend where I stumbled upon Almost Famous and I sat there and watched it as long as my 3-year-old would allow me to do so. So
I have still never seen that film. I really
You've never seen Almost Famous?
No.
Wow.
You
have some notable exclusions in your movie. It's crazy.
Don't judge me. I need to watch.
I judge you constantly.
Drive for the 12th time instead. So, I just want to do a quick wrap up of the Oscars. First up, I'm already sending hate mail to Eddie Redmayne for stealing the Best Actor Oscar for Michael Keaton from me. I think that is a horrible tragedy, and I am so tired of all you have to do, Dave. All you have to do, Matt, is have some type of physical mental malady or be running away from Nazis, and you will win an Academy Award. And I'm tired of it. Michael Keaton should have won. Now, do I know what I'm talking about? Have I seen The Theory of Everything? No, I haven't. But I don't care. I like Michael Keaton. The man has delivered some fantastic performances. Gung-Ho, the Dream Team, and you're not going to give him an Academy Award? That is just... Because I don't know if he's going to have another shot. Redmayne could probably end up playing some crippled guy in blackface running away, trying to stay away from Joseph Mengele, and he win another Oscar. I don't think Keaton's going to have another chance. This bothers me.
I'm glad it bothers somebody.
I also lost the Best Picture. Mm-hmm. I did not think the Academy had the huevos to choose Birdman. I'm glad they did. I think it's fine. It's not the best film of the year, but it won. I ended up with an overall record of 16-8, a far crash from last year when I think I only got like 2 or 3 wrong. So I'm very upset about that. Matt, you didn't even pay attention. Who cares? Dave, you at least did the big awards. I think Matt did too, and we lost him at one point. So, Dave, you did choose Birdman, did you not? For Best Picture?
Yes, of course I did. No, I didn't.
And you didn't? I thought you did.
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I said it should win.
I said it should win, but I chose... I can't remember the name of the movie. The hotel movie.
Oh, Budapest?
Yeah. That's right. You did choose Budapest. So we were both wrong on that one. Dave, Dave?
Well, I was right. I knew what would win. I just decided to not care.
Matt, what'd you pick for Best Picture? Do you remember?
Budapest, because it was the only movie I had seen out of all of those.
Oh, good pick. So I'm okay with that one. And then Best Actor, I got that one wrong. Did you guys get that one right? Nobody chose that.
Nobody picked.
Nobody saw that movie.
All right.
Which didn't stop you from picking a lot of movies.
Did we all choose J.K. Simmons for Best Supporting Role?
No, I don't think so.
Did you choose Ethan Hawke, Edward Norton?
I had this list, huh?
Yeah.
It's not like you knew what we were doing today.
No, I think I chose Ethan Hawke.
All right. Well, you know what? Let's just move on and just say that I won. And we'll move on to the next segment.
That's probably a pretty safe bet.
I got a invite on Skype, and I wanted to bring this up today. If you listen to the show, we do this call, the whole thing via Skype, which we have to get some kind of promotion out of this from them, I think. But you know what? Contact us at feedback@thefirstrun.com, and you can join the show with us. What the hell do I care? It might be kind of fun.
It would be kind of fun.
We just ask that you wear pants. Or
we don't really care. The camera only gets from the chin up.
That's a fair point. Don't wear pants. Then we're on board. So I got a contact request today, and I don't know if this is from either of you two, from somebody named Ticklebitch49. That's neither of you?
That was not me.
Not me.
All right.
If I had
Maybe
thought of
it's
it, though.
Maybe it's Espo. He misses
Could
it.
be. Could be my dad. Did anybody see Gotham this week?
No, I stopped watching that show.
Yes, I did.
I think the show is officially done. There's a scene where Fish gouges out her own eye
Yeah.
because she's in this group where there's people are selling people's organs, right, Matt? And they're all locked in a cellar, and Fish takes control of the people in the cellar because she wants privileges and stuff. So they say, well, the bad guy says, well, you know what? I have some guy who wants your eyes. We're going to take your eyes. It's that or we kill you. Those are your two options. She goes, well, there's a third option. And she grabs a spoon and cuts out her own eye, so now nobody can use it. And then she steps on it.
If I was that doctor, I would have said, ooh, did I say eyes? I meant liver. I got the wrong paperwork here.
It is so ridiculous. I almost want... the show is so bad. Alfred gets stabbed, but it's pointless because you know nothing's going to happen to Alfred. You give us the Joker last week, sorta, and that's just... I think they should never have touched him. I think like if any character should not have been touched, I think it's him at this point. And then finally, if there's anything that shows any interest or possible...
Does this have something to do with Tickle Bitch, or
No.
I've moved on off of Tickle Bitch? Okay.
Maybe.
That's the next villain
I
in
moved on.
Gotham.
There's some promise in the evil Wayne Enterprises. I'm kind of interested in that. Now, Dave, you know what I'm talking about. Matt doesn't. But there's stuff going on that maybe Wayne Enterprises is involved in some things they shouldn't be involved in.
Yeah.
And I think that shows some promise, except the fact that Bruce Wayne is 12.
Yeah,
whatever
that's
the hell he is.
right.
So it doesn't really matter. I don't know. I hate that show.
Then why do you keep watching it? It sounds like I made an excellent decision to stop watching it about 6
I like
weeks
this
ago.
show. I will admit that this was not a good episode, but I like the show. I think it's better than The Flash.
No way. It can't be better than The Flash. Flash is good.
No, it's
Flash is
not,
the best
though.
comic series on TV.
Yeah,
Comic
it's really
series?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I thought, yeah. No, it's not good. It's
Well,
cheesy,
I guess
and it's
if you say well,
silly.
Walking Dead's a comic book series, so I probably can't say that.
That's
But
show also not good.
They do just kind of lumber from problem to problem in that show, don't they? And then
I
occasionally
haven't
kill
started
people
watching
off
this
for
season
effect.
yet. They're back right now, right?
Oh yeah,
The new episodes.
2
Yeah,
episodes
I haven't watched it yet.
And then finally, a couple other things I want to talk about quickly. It's Johnny Cash's birthday today.
Wow.
The Man in Black. Now, since we don't have any money to spend on playing any Johnny Cash songs, let's all just silently hum your favorite Johnny Cash songs in our heads, starting now.
Living la vida loca.
No,
Wait, not Johnny Cash?
nor was that silent. Fine. And then finally, it's the 40th anniversary this week of the release of Physical Graffiti, another movie topic. Led Zeppelin's Physical Graffiti has my favorite Led Zeppelin song on it, which is 10 Years Gone. So I thought I'd tell you guys about that.
Thank
you.
So, you're welcome. Matt, do you have any news pieces for us? What's going on out there in the movie world-ish thing?
Okay, well, not a whole lot is going on in the movie world, but I will give you a few nuggets. First, to kind of extend on our discussion from last week, Neil Blomkamp, talking about his new Alien movie, has stated that he's just going to ignore Alien 3 and Alien Resurrection, and this is going to be a direct sequel to Aliens.
Rightfully so.
Yes, so it's been greenlit. It's really seems to be moving very fast. Hopefully, who owns this Fox? Is it a Fox film?
I believe so.
Oh, yeah. So let's hopefully they don't mess it up too much. But I think that's a great idea.
Yes,
Have
it
you
is.
guys have you seen Alien 3 recently?
Funny you bring that up. I bought it on Blu-ray for like $5 because I wanted to see it, and they have the extended producer's cut, not an extended Fincher's cut.
Yeah, that's
Right.
weird.
At one point-
A producer's cut?
Yeah, well, because I thought he even wanted his name pulled off the film, right? Because they changed so much of what he did.
Right.
But even then, I watched. It's not good.
It's not good.
Not compared to the first two.
Not compared to the first two, but I would disagree. I think it's actually a decent movie.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in years, so I'll have to go check it out.
Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
problem too. I haven't seen it since the 90s.
I don't think you need to.
Okay.
But I am really excited about this. The fact that they're going to disregard it. Like you said initially, too, if they're going to bring Michael Biehn back, and they can cast anybody as Newt if Newt's still there, and I hope she is. Whoop. But I am excited for this, and I hope they do it. I can't imagine what they're going to do. I wonder if they're going to work in some Prometheus stuff. Is the Prometheus sequel still going to happen? I don't know. But it's interesting. And when it comes to movies, and Blomkamp is the guy who delivers that stuff, like we talked about, nobody does gore and people blowing up like Neil Blomkamp. So I'm really excited to see what he does.
He does have a certain set of talents, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. Anything else?
Yeah. So does anybody here besides myself have access to Amazon Prime?
Yes.
Okay. So did you watch during their pilot season one of their shows called The Man in the High Castle, which is the version of Philip K. Dick's science fiction classic? Did you see that?
I missed it. No.
Okay. It was actually excellent. And it was announced a couple days ago that they've actually greenlit the season to produce a few episodes for this. I guess it was their highest rated original programming ever, blowing everything else out of the water that they've ever made. And it's actually, if you guys haven't seen it, it's actually really, really good. It's an alternate history where it supposes that the Allies had lost the war and everything east of the Mississippi is owned by Nazi Germany and everything west is owned by Imperial Japan. And it's basically about a resistance group trying to get into the neutral zone that runs along the Rocky Mountains.
Cool.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's very, very cool.
I can't get another damn service. I can't spend $80 on Amazon Prime.
I spend the money on Amazon Prime for the free shipping.
Yeah,
I know, because you buy like toilet paper and toothpaste and
hell yeah,
those Magnums. You buy everything off of that.
I wish.
If I didn't have cable, I could see doing it. But the crossover of stuff from Netflix that's also on Amazon isn't worth it to me. And then, sure, they get the exclusively have FX stuff, but I'm watching all the FX stuff in real time, so I don't need the access to it.
You're right. I mean, there is the whole HBO thing, but you're right. Most of the movies do go over. But the reason you buy Amazon Prime is for all the other benefits. Like Dave said, the free shipping, which is awesome.
Music service is really good.
The music service, you get a free streaming music service that's like Spotify that's included with it. You get, if you were a reader, which we all know you're not, Chris, but if you were, you get access to their lending library and can read as much as you want.
Yeah, that's a really nice service too.
Yeah. So it's worth it. I mean, for $80 a year.
Discount on Audible as well, right?
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Amazon Prime is a stupendous value. I mean,
it really is.
When you look at it the first time, you're like, wait, I'm just spending $80 up front for shipping. But then once you really like start to knock out all the stuff they're offering with that membership, it is amazing.
Well, it's what, $100 a year now, right?
I think it did go up. I think it did go up to 100.
And they're losing money on it like crazy. So
yeah, I don't even know if
it'll always stick around.
Ever, I don't know. But I mean, it is good. I mean, the movie service alone is almost as good as Netflix. What it's missing is probably most notably like House of Cards. But like the movie selection, I think is almost as good, if not as good. But you're also getting all that other stuff. And it's nice to just be able to, when you see yourself starting to run out of toilet paper, you can either say, oh, I got to make sure I stop and get toilet paper, or you can just pick up your phone and order toilet paper. And then either A, you forgot to get toilet paper and you're fucked, or B, toilet paper just shows up right about the same time you run out.
It's very true.
Toothbrush,
it's very nice.
Toothpaste, like everything.
We just use napkins and dish towels. I think it's and reuse them.
Reusable.
That if you ever come over.
Just use the other side. Just fold them. Flip it over.
Exactly.
Post-it notes.
And I do want to bring up one more thing, if I could, guys. Have you guys seen this bootleg Power Rangers film that's making the rounds right now?
No.
Okay. So out there right now, I don't know. There's kind of this thing where people make unauthorized bootleg high quality films with sometimes famous actors. So they did it with The Punisher. They did it with a Venom short film. So they got James Van Der Beek and Katie Sackhoff, who were the two most recognizable people in this, to actually put together a hyper violent, very dark Power Rangers bootleg reboot. And I was really too old for Power Rangers. I always thought it was kind of stupid. And it's still kind of stupid, but it's actually a lot of fun just to kind of go out and check it out, just how over the top, like insane and graphic this thing is. There is an actual real reboot being put together to go out into theaters. And if you can find it, if you want to watch it, go out and do it quickly, because I think it's Bandai or Saban who owns the real rights. They are trying everything they can in their power to get rid of this thing from being out there for very long. So check it out when you can.
I'll have to find it. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Interesting. Okay. Let's segue smoothly into What Are the Odds, which is our fun little odds making game where we ascribe the odds of one thing or another happening. Matt, you can play along, though I know you didn't have an opportunity to put something together. But Dave and I can definitely do some fun stuff. So Dave, Matt, and me. Okay. I'll start things off. And my first one is actually television related, because I have been absolutely blown away by Better Call Saul. Have you guys had a chance to watch this yet?
No, I haven't.
Yes, I've seen the first 2 episodes and they were fantastic. I've got 2 or 3 more sitting on my DVR.
Yeah,
Like as good as Breaking Bad?
I would
as
say
good
it's
as the first 2 episodes of Breaking Bad?
yes. I would say that these early episodes are probably a little better than the earliest episodes of Breaking Bad.
Yeah, and Breaking Bad got better with each season. I actually started watching it again.
Breaking Bad?
I'm 2 episodes into the 3rd season right now, and I'm just still marveled. One thing I do is I pick up on more stuff now than I did before, obviously, because you know how everything's going to turn out. But I'm just so blown away by how fantastic the film is. I mean, the series is the second time through. So anyway, my question is, what are the odds that Better Call Saul ends up winning more, like, I don't know, Grammys, Emmys, or Golden Globes? It wins more awards than eventually Breaking Bad does. Because right now, Better Call Saul is 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Universal acclaim across the planet for this show. So what do you think? Do you think that he'll get some Best Actor noms?
Best Actor? That's hard to say, but I could see the show getting a lot of awards because Breaking Bad was kind of a slow burn. People didn't really pick up on that show until, I would say, 3rd season.
Yeah.
So I also have no idea how many awards that show actually won.
I know Cranston. I know Cranston won one. And I know Jesse Pinkman won one. I don't know how many other ones they won. Right. I think the odds are probably 100% that Odenkirk at least gets nominated. I think even the first episode, kind of that opening shot, where he's hiding out, working at the Cinnabon or whatever. It's just what he did, even though it was almost completely silent for like the first 10 minutes. Just what he was managed to convey was just great. And I think there's a lot of goodwill from Breaking Bad that's kind of flowing into this. So I'm going to say it's 100% that he gets nominated.
Here's the thing. According to Wikipedia, the total number of awards Breaking Bad has won, this is awards across the board, it's 110.
Wow.
Well, I am willing to give it an award right now. It is Briar Rabbit's Seal of Awesomeness. So you can make that 102.
There you go.
All right. I guess this is kind of a stupid question. I don't know.
There are no stupid questions, just stupid answers.
I don't know if it'll end up winning more awards total than Breaking Bad, because I think Breaking Bad took a lot of people by surprise by how good it was, and I think there's an expectation built up on Better Call Saul, and so far it's meeting them. But I also think there may be some fatigue, maybe from the award presenters, whoever the companies or organizations are. I don't know. So if I had to say what are the percentages of winning more awards, I'd have to go 40%. I don't know. I just think it loses that impact that Breaking Bad had every week. I mean, you never knew what was going to happen on that show. It was crazy as hell. And though you may have the same thing with Better Call Saul, there's also an anticipation of what's going to happen. So
yeah, it's got some big shoes to fill. That's for sure. Breaking Bad, I would put it in like my top 5 shows of all time. Mm-hmm. It's tough to follow up.
Yeah. So Dave, what do you got for us?
What are the odds that Blomkamp's Aliens will be the best Alien movie?
Ooh, that's tough. Well, since I haven't seen Chappie, obviously, although I'm really hesitant with the fact that it seems like an ultra-violent, what's the movie I'm thinking of here? The Johnny Five movie. What the hell was that called? Short Circuit. Yes.
This movie was screaming for a Tarantino-esque violent remake.
It was Short Circuit. So we'll see. We'll put the jury out. But right now, I mean, he's got a 50-50 track record. I mean, Elysium had some really cool battle scenes in it, but for the most part, it wasn't that good. And man, I watched Aliens the other day because I bought it on Blu-ray for $5. And man, that movie is amazing. I love that movie. So I don't think there's any way it can beat that at all. So
you don't think there's any way?
Okay, I'll give it
0%.
I'm gonna give it a 5% chance, just because I like his violence. His stylized violence is amazing. So I'll give him that.
Yeah, that's tough. I don't know if it can. Man, Alien and Aliens, that's like the upper echelon of science fiction and or horror films.
Can I do a follow-up question too after you're done?
Sure.
Okay.
So what are the odds that it'd be better than one of those two? I'm not confident. I'm not 5% unconfident, but I'll say I'll go with I can't go 50-50, so I'll go 47% chance.
Wow, that's pretty high.
That is pretty high. But see, here's the thing, and I want to quantify my choice here. I'm not saying that I don't think it's going to be a good movie. I'm just saying I don't think it's going to be better.
Yeah, it was a specific. I mean, the question. It's a high bar. There's no doubt about it. Yeah, I'd go much lower than 47%. I think I'd go. I'm steering more toward 5 or 10%. I'll go 10%.
Okay. So what's your follow-up?
Follow-up question: which movie do you guys think is better, Alien or Aliens?
Enjoyment factor, and I go back to more again and again, is Aliens. I probably watch it at least once a year. Mm-hmm. Alien is I have a wider orbit around. So if I had to choose one to watch over and over again...
No, I asked you which one's a better movie.
I would say Alien's the better movie. If we're going to go that way. I'm going to say that Alien is a better movie, but I'm with Chris. I would much rather watch Aliens because it's a lot more fun. But I think Alien's is like a... As much as I hate to say it, it's a quote-unquote important film, you know? So, I would have to say Alien is a better film.
Yeah, it's a gothic haunted house film, basically, is what the first one is, and I which I love. But enjoyment is the second one is more fun. What about you there, Dave?
Yeah, I guess I'd agree with you. I guess I'd agree with you. As much as it pains me to do so.
Yeah. But I will say this. I mean, I could give a crap about the crew in Alien, but I still get mad watching everybody get picked off in Aliens. So, I should say something.
That's true. That is a fun movie to watch.
Which one do you watch? I always watch the extended director's cut. I don't think I've watched the original theatrical cut since I got it. I've watched it 3 times at least.
Yeah, I always watch the extended cut.
Have you seen the extended version, Dave?
I don't think I have.
You should definitely check it out.
I think I own it on iTunes. I don't know which version it is that I own.
Well, beginning of the extended, you actually see Newt's family and everything, and there's some other stuff.
Oh, no, I don't have that. I've never seen that.
Okay.
I would like to.
Yep. Oh, you would like to? Yeah. All right. What are the odds that Avengers Age of Ultron becomes the largest grossing film of all time, not adjusted for inflation?
What's the current leader now? Avengers?
Avatar.
Dave, I'll defer to you.
You can give me a percentage.
Well, no, I want to hear what Dave says first.
I want to know how much money Avatar made and how much money the first Avengers movie made.
All right, hold on. I'll actually pull that for you. I can do that right now.
I know-
Avatar.
I know Avengers made. I think they both made $1 billion worldwide.
All right, so Avatar made. We'll just keep it easy. $2.787 billion.
Jesus.
God, that movie was so bad too. Okay, how much did Avengers make?
Yeah, one moment. Stay with me, everybody at home. Okay, that one 1.518 billion.
Ooh, way off.
Man, way less.
But a better film.
A much better film.
Eh.
What, you don't think so, Dave?
I don't particularly like either of those movies.
The groundswell of anticipation for this Avengers film is insane. So what are the odds? It ends up being the number one. And I have a follow-up to this to make it even harder. Or easier, actually.
I'll go 40%.
40.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I was, amazingly enough, I was thinking the exact same thing, so I'm going to go with it. I'm going to go 40%. $1 billion, $1.2 billion more is a lot. That's a lot.
That is a lot.
I think
And
it's... Go ahead, Dave.
Don't you think that people are getting a little sick of these fucking Marvel movies?
Just because you are, Dave, doesn't mean everybody else is.
I'm actually going to go... Man, part of me really wants to say, like, 58%. Like, I think it... I do. I think it has a real chance. So I'm going to say that. I'll stick with that. I'll do 58%. Now, the follow-up to this...
Mm-hmm.
What are the odds Star Wars The Force Awakens becomes the number one box office film of all time?
0% chance? 0.
Really?
Yes.
I am surprised by that.
I'm going higher than I am for Age of Ultron, I think. Here's my thinking too, is because you've now got a younger generation who grew up on the prequels, plus you've got us old fucks who grew up on the originals.
Might as well earn that explicit tag. Go for it.
We don't want to insult anybody, but yeah, I mean, like, there are now two generations of people who grew up on Star Wars movies. Now, a lot of people are a little turned off by the prequels, but everybody is talking such good stuff about these new movies that I think it could do really well.
Yeah.
So what's your percentage?
45%.
Wow.
I think this will be the biggest film of the year. I keep going back between Star Wars and Avengers as being the largest film of the year. I just think Star Wars has more of a legacy.
Oh,
When does Star Wars come out?
I don't know,
December?
December 20 something.
There's not enough time
of
for
the
it to be the biggest movie of the year. That's going to carry over in 2015,
Well, it has to be released in
right?
2014.
See, I mean, to Dave's point about us old Fs, like, I got burned by the trilogy, the first prequel, so bad that I think there's going to be a lot of wait and see with
bullshit. You're
that
going to see this
generation.
movie in the theater. I know you are.
Yeah, but I don't know.
You might
Is it-
hate to admit it, but you are going to see it in the theater, especially if one of your friends comes back and says, "That was damn good."
Yeah. You're right. I mean, I did go see both Star Trek movies in the theater as well. So
I always think I have a good feel for this kind of thing, and I feel that this film is going to be huge and that it's going to be good. I just feel it in my bones that it's going to be a fantastic movie.
This means that even if it sucks, he will argue that it's good.
That is not the case. Anyway,
so I still think I stand by. I think it's going to be a good movie, and I have a lot of faith in it. I'm looking forward to it, but I think it still has a 0% chance, just from the simple fact that 3D is where Avatar made all of its money. It's not has not taken off, and I don't think a lot of people are going to go see this in 3D, either of those movies in 3D. So you're not going to have those $15, $20 ticket prices to add to that.
No, but you're going to have lines around the block at movie
No,
theaters.
I don't say that less people are going to go see it. I just don't think it's going to make $2.7 billion. Either one of these.
The ticket prices won't be as high, so it will
Right.
make less money.
Right, exactly. Whereas you had to see Avatar in 3D, which I didn't, and that's probably why I hated it even more than everybody else did. So
I actually like that movie better when I saw it at home than when I saw it in 3D.
there you go.
Well, the percentage is 60% that it will be number one. Just in case you were wondering. Dave,
Oh,
what do
we
you got
moved
for
on.
us?
So there you go.
The definitive answer to that question, which we will never revisit. What are the odds that Scalzo will switch to digital-only movie watching and collecting?
Oh Jesus. Do we have a time frame or just ever?
Yeah, we should make a time frame. I'll say in the next 5 years. Let's do two. One is in the next 5 years. One is in the next 10 years.
All right. In the next 5 years, I'm gonna give him 5% because Scouts is gonna hold out until the bitter end for physical media.
Yeah,
We actually had a very long conversation a couple weeks ago at work about this. And 10 years, I think at that point he may have no choice. So let's go ahead and just put it up to 50% at 10 years. But he's going to hold out as long as he possibly can.
What do you think, Dave?
Yeah, I think 5 years probably not going to happen. I'll go 10%. You might get forced in the next 5 years. Like at some point, like physical media may just stop getting made for some of the movies you want to see, but they'll still be out there. So you'll keep collecting them.
Yeah.
But 10 years, like I think this may be the last physical media format that we get.
Yeah. And this is where I struggle with it. I love the idea of having like the stuff in a cloud, where it's not taking up physical space. Because I look at all this crap that I've got around my house, and I paid all this money for it, and it's just shelves and shelves and shelves of this stuff.
It collects dust. It's a pain in the ass to clean.
But when I watch like a Blu-ray and a movie that I really want to see in really high definition and stuff like that, obviously with bandwidth increasing and stuff like that as we keep going, but as of right now, you still can't get. You can get close, but you can't get as good a picture with as.
No, but you will. Well, like with Google Fiber coming around, giving a gigabit per second,
right?
Like that's plenty for really high definition video.
Well, Dave, I have a feeling that us in Connecticut are going to be on the lagging edge of getting that fiber stuff. So you might be waiting a while for that.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
So what's your 10-year percentage, Dave?
It's actually it's still going to be kind of low because even though they'll stop making it, you'll still be collecting it.
He'll be going to swap meets and he'll find like that one company that's printing out like special Blu-rays for like $70.
He'll be like the vinyl snob of the
exactly.
movie world.
And he'll be like, look what I got, guys, and it'll come in. It's like a Blu-ray that's like special colors.
All right, so I'll put you down for 30% then?
Sure.
All right. It's funny you bring this up. I've been thinking long and hard about this the last couple weeks. And I may be at a crossroads now where I may be doing a mix of stuff. Now, some things I definitely want, and I'm leaning towards special features. Case in point, Whiplash. I'm going to own that film. I've been debating what I should do. Should I buy it? Or just the physical media, or buy it off of iTunes. And I'm going to buy the disc because there's an audio commentary with J.K. Simmons and a director that you can only get with the physical media. If it was available with the commentary in iTunes, I probably would pull the trigger and buy it. But
it's not available. It doesn't. iTunes has a lot of special features now.
It does not have the commentary. I looked at it, and it's a similar one too for. I actually have them. What are they? They're both in my Amazon cart right now. So it's Whiplash, and of course now the second one's blanking on me. But I've been really going back and forth on this for a while, and if it makes sense, then I might just Birdman. That's the other one sitting in my cart. So I'm softening on this a lot quicker than I thought I would. I'm starting to like the convenience of being able to have it. Access to it any time I want, and the lack of digital copies is bothering me. With the Apple TV, what the hell's the difference? Except, like you said, Matt, the thing that's really holding me back is the presentation. It's the quality, which is still not quite there yet.
No, there's no doubt about it. You can definitely tell the difference between a Blu-ray and a streamed or downloaded copy.
Yeah,
but that won't last long. That won't last long at all.
Especially now. Did you hear the big news today?
No.
They've officially classified the internet as a utility.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I did.
Wow.
So the net neutrality thing is over, and supposedly the good guys won.
That's
until
awesome.
until
Uh-oh.
That's right.
Comcast and Verizon dragged the FCC through court.
That
was deep, man.
Yeah, we lost you for a couple seconds there, Matt.
Oh, sorry.
So I don't know. I'm really excited about that. We'll see. All right, Dave. I got a couple more.
All right, go ahead. Shoot.
What are the odds Guillermo del Toro ever wins a Best Director Oscar?
How old is he?
I don't know. Let's find out. Because my gut reaction is no, but then I think of Pan's Labyrinth.
Yeah. If he does more stuff like that, he's got a better chance than if he does more stuff like what's that monster movie he made last year?
Pacific Rim.
Yeah, which I love. I love Pacific Rim, but it's not going to win him any Best Director nods.
He's 50.
He's 50?
Oh, really? Wow, I didn't realize he was that old.
I'm going to go Best Director nod. He's got to win it. 5%.
Matt?
Yeah, I'm going to be with Dave. I'm going to say 5%. I think it's very unlikely. He's too much of a genre guy to win. Genre guys don't win.
I agree, sadly, but I love him so much, I'm going to give him 10%. Do you think the odds change if we shift it to Best Picture?
Yeah, I do. But not that much, actually. The problem is he makes awesome movies, but they're not like that Academy Award type nod movie. I think unless he gets back to doing more stuff like Pan's Labyrinth, which he doesn't seem interested in doing.
Interesting. Did you have another one, Dave?
No, I'm all out.
I got one final one to wrap it up that brings us back to the Avatar discussion. What are the odds Avatar 3 gets released by 2025?
2025.
Where the hell's Avatar
2 coming out?
It's supposed to be coming out in the next 3 to 4 years.
Jesus. When did Avatar 1 come out? Like 2010?
2009.
2009?
Let's see what we have here for sequels. Accolades, my ass, for Avatar. Sequels, 2006.
100%. I'm going 100%.
So you think in 10 years they'll get both films out?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 30%. Are they shooting them both now?
Well, that's the thing I didn't realize. According to this, there are 3 scripts in work for the sequels. They're going to be filmed. He's going to do 3 sequels now, and they'll be done. They're in production simultaneously, slated for December 16th to December 2018 releases.
Okay.
So he says he's going to get them done within the next 3 years, 3 films.
So you're going to do like yearly releases?
Yeah, I don't see how that's happening.
No.
What the hell do you make a sequel to about that movie? Like, what?
I know. God, it's going to be so bad. God. James Cameron, unobtainium. It's just so bad.
So 10 years out, I say the odds of him actually getting those films, the third one out, I'll go 30%. I'm being generous. And that's just because I found out that they're filming them all. They're doing one large film and then just splitting it all up.
Yeah, I think he's gonna pump those things out. It'll be like Back to the Future 2 and 3 style, where they shoot them all and then just do yearly releases for them, or The Hobbit, or the Lord of the Rings.
Maybe it'll happen then.
It's the way to do it.
Is that it?
All right, that's it.
All right.
That's all she wrote, gentlemen. So let's take a little break and let's show everybody what we got coming up next week.
5, 6, 7. Not quite my tempo. It's all good. No worries. Here we go. 5, 6, 7. You're rushing. Here we go. Ready? Okay. 5, 6, and. Dragging just a hair. Wait for my cue. 5, 6, 7. Rushing. 5, 6, and. Dragging. 5, 6, and. Why do you suppose I just hurled a chair at your head, Neiman?
So that was a clip from Whiplash. J.K. Simmons has won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor for this film, nominated for Best Picture. My biggest regret of 2014, not having caught up with it, and now we're finally going to, so I'm very excited. In the meantime, shoot us an email, feedback@thefirstrun.com. Check us out on Facebook and Twitter. We're also on YouTube, though I'm going to try to assemble this menagerie of a show with 3 different clips and people talking, and it's going to be wonderful. You get to watch Dave and his great goatee. You get to watch Matt as he occasionally freezes, and then me doing things off camera people can't see. In the meantime, check out Dave's Briar Rabbit channel on YouTube. What's going on there, Dave?
Planet Destiny. We're just we are rolling a new. Well, Bungie released a new update to the game, so we've been having a lot of fun, kind of unpacking that. And Chris was blown away when I told him that we used our phones to manage our inventory in that game. I thought that was pretty fun. But yeah, we're having a lot of fun over there.
Awesome, Matt. I assuming you'll be at the Barnes and Noble trying to just talk to young women as usual.
Sure. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Fair enough. All right. Anything else you want to promote? I know you got a lot going on in your life. Just your favorite scotch?
Yes, I'm now drinking the Glendronach, which is a nice sherried scotch. If you guys want to try sherried scotch, this is one to start with. Not super expensive, but all scotch is not really cheap. So, but check it out if you want to try it. Not smoky, not peaty, little sweet.
See if we can get them to sponsor. Fantastic.
There you go.
So that's a big show for this week. Thanks to everybody listening. We'll take an extended break, and we'll see you all in a week.
This show's really gone downhill ever since we lost that cocaine sponsorship.
Let's talk about selling cars, Paul.
Okay.
I could sell whatever you need sold, I'll sell it. You bring in a tank, I'll sell the fucking thing.